Welcome to a night of total terror. Night of the living dead. The dead who live on living flesh. The dead whose haunted souls hunt the living. The living whose bodies are the only food for these ungodly creatures. Night of the living dead. More shattering than your strangest nightmare.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, you know that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
Hey guys, welcome to PopCorn and Gore Cinema. I'll be doing a little bit of a review of my massive collection, Grindhouse, that I've collected since I was 16. Some I collected on VHS since earlier than that. So I'll be going over a little bit of what's going on. I'm a huge Night of the Living Dead fan, and I just want to show off what I have in my collection from my Vinegar Syndrome and my Blue Diamond and Severin films, and just about everybody's over here. So we're gonna go starting off with the Night of the Living Dead. So let's see what's going on here. Hear yourself talk.
There it is.
Alright, so we have Night of the Lepus, starring Janet Leigh and Stuart Whitman. It's a very good, excellent film. I had it for a double feature. Hooked up with Slithers.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
And a little spit and polish can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one. Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh? Praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said,
Boy, you be damned to hell. You remember that?
Remember that?
Right over there.
Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
Still afraid.
stop it now, I mean it.
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. acting like a child.
They're coming for you.
Look,
Look.
here comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of it.
Johnny.
I have a huge collection when it comes to Ted V. Michaels. I love Ted V. Michaels and Roger Corman and Herschel Gordon Lewis. But my all-time favorite is George Romero, of course. I remember when I found this in the bin. This was a collection that I ended up getting in Walmart. I was like, wow, I wonder what this is. And all it was is that they repackaged and put it out as a zombie unbrained film set, which was pretty cool because especially if you didn't get all the collector's part of it. But they had White Zombie, Horror to Zombies, and a couple other ones that they had on here too also, which was pretty cool too also. And Carnival of Souls, which is my favorite too. Also, I have like massive copies of that around here. It's a Tom Savini's cut. And this is the 50th anniversary edition. I was in here organizing too pretty much all day, so I was like, I'm gonna take my time and just really put everything the way I kind of want them when it comes to my watch playlist. Herschel Gordon Lewis, Blood Feast. Wizard of Gore. So y'all guys, thanks for checking out my channel. I'm a huge collector, and I'm also a film director too. Also an independent film director, making my own movies, shooting a documentary on Grindhouse, and how I got started into collecting all these featured films. I remember going to the store, like Blockbuster and Earl's Video, and just getting stuff. This is part of my Severance collection over here. And they used to have a lot of VHS and stuff like that. And this was way before Blu-ray even came out, so it was like, look at that. Like that slipcover is awesome. Burial Ground. With a creepy kid too also. Everybody's been reviewing Burial Ground, so if you haven't seen it, you gotta check it out. Burial Ground. Excellent movie. Excellent. And I had them facing the other way too, so I had changed it around. Zombie. To this Ultimate Edition. Oh, that's good slipcover. I believe this is slipcover A, I believe. City of the Living Dead. Lucio Fulci. I have just about a lot of his stuff around here too also. And then we have Deranged. I Love You, Mary. One of my favorites also. They did a good work on the artwork too also. It's pretty cool. didn't get a chance to see this, y'all guys gotta check it out. This is based on a legend too. Also, they don't want to talk about it too much, but they had modeled this film after this one guy who went around and just started killing everybody, and he was trying to remember his name, but I had wrote a piece on it too. Also, this film actually inspired me too. Also, so I ended up doing a piece on it too. Also, so Ed Gein. Yeah, so I think everybody just about done something when it comes to Ed Gein, because they was just kind of fascinated by him. But he's not really the worst killer. There's worse than Ed Gein, but by far this is the best guy who portrayed Ed Gein in this movie. He did a really good job. I mean, he really was a psychopathic, demented cannibal. You name it. He was all that in one. I mean, this guy really rocked. So he became a staple in my collection. It was one of those ones that I always kind of wanted to pull out each time I watch a movie. Man, I go straight and pull this damn thing out, man. I mean, I just couldn't stop watching it, man. You know what I mean? And the lady, she's in her deathbed, which is his mother. He went and dug her up. But she's teaching him the bad ways of staying away from women, because they give you syphilis, gonorrhea, and all kinds of good stuff like that. So she urged him to get with this fat girl, because with the fat girl, it ain't too much going on, and they're not really untainted by the world. So she ended up telling him if something happened to her, to go seek out her friend. And story plots from there. I mean, it's pretty cool, because he ended up being with her. And like I said, the script supports Ed Gein too, also because he was also close with his mother. And then when she passed away, he also was into taxidermy and all kinds of good stuff like that. And it was just really creepy. So if you guys get a chance to check this film out, man, you got to check it out. Like I said, I'm writing scripts based off of this too also. So hell, this movie even inspired me to do some shit behind the damn thing. And every time I pull it out, it's like it's one of those ones that I can just continue to keep going on and on and on about. Double featured Grindhouse. Don't open the door, and don't go in the basement, which is my favorite. But don't look in the basement, which is my favorite. Especially when Dr. Stevenson's got killed. That was very funny.
Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us.
Gas. Others out here is like there's a key. I'm gonna get some gas. Is there a key? The children. This is also my favorite too. Also, I'm working on getting a poster for this too. Also, the children, so I can have it up there with the rest of my gigantic posters on the wall. I love the children. Inspired by a nuclear disaster from a local power plant. I started emitting radiation, and a group of school kids going through a school bus end up going through the residents of the fog, and end up being transmortified and having these huge black fingernails, and whenever they touch anybody, they will turn you into gooey shit. God, I love this fucking film. It fucking rocks. Okay, Bloody Birthday, which is also my favorite too. Also, I always keep this next to the children, because when this comes out, it's always one of those ones where you can see yourself playing it over and over again too. Also, a very good film. So if you guys don't get a chance to check it out, check it out. Also, no need to be said, everybody knows about Leatherface. Inspired by true events, Texas County. He's one scary motherfucker, I tell you that, because when I went to see him when he was a kid, I actually had it on VHS. Man, I used to watch that. Actually, I had part 2 on VHS. And I ended up getting part 1 later on VHS, but I remember I started off with this one, and then I ended up seeing it on DVD, end up getting it, but I started off having this on part 2 on VHS. I believe I got it from Ames when Ames was out. That was a long time ago. The House on Tombstone Hill, aka Dead Dudes in the House, which is one of my favorites too. Also, I also keep this in line with the rest of them. Grandmother's House and all that kind of good stuff. Man, this is the ultimate film. Flesh for the Beast. You had a taste, and now I want to taste. How does it feel to be the victim, the weak one? Flesh for the Beast. Mr. Ketchum. Well, she was funny as shit too. Also, here's Grandmother's House. Grandmother's House is pretty good. If y'all guys can get a chance to check it out, you gotta check it out. Grandmother's House rocks. Vampires, which is also my favorite. I end up pulling this out just about every other time. Just getting a chance to check this out. It's like awesome. It's definitely an iconic cult, and I keep it in my archives for a reason, because just having this around, because I was like growing up, I was always into that castle vampire type of deal. And when I saw this film, I was like, wow, this is really, really nice, because they actually put their own spin on it, and the characters were amazing. Vampires. Requiem for a Vampire. Let's move Night of the Living Dead on the other side, shall we? Gene Rollins section over here. One of my favorites too also. Can't say enough about this. Shout out to Redemption. They did a good job on this. Transfer is excellent. And if you don't have this in your collection, you need to go out and kind of get it, because this is like an ultimate must-have. Requiem for a Vampire. I also keep it next to Vampires because it's kind of like my vampire section. I'm working on organizing things more too also. Shiver of a Vampire, also by Redemption. Excellent film. I love this film also. Terror. One Step Beyond Horror. This thing is also a beast. Set in a Gothic castle arrangement too also, which was pretty cool. The girl Anne pretty much got possessed, do a half-ass incantation seance, and has a good story plot too also. A huge Gore fan lineup on this one particular scene, and it's awesome. It definitely is awesome. So if you guys don't get a chance to check it out, I get a chance to check it out. Terror. Blackenstein. Another one of my Severin cuts. Only one I didn't get yet that I'm working on getting yet is Scream Blacklist Scream on Blu-ray. So that will be sitting next to this when I do get that in. Bram Stoker's Dracula. I remember going to the movies to see this. Man, this thing was so long, man. I ended up falling asleep in the drive-in, and the theaters, and everybody just kind of like let me sleep. And then when I woke up, man, it was like, I don't know how long ago, but I know it was like real crazy, because when I woke up, I was the only one in the theater. They turned the lights out and everything. So I ended up running to the door. When the door was closed, they were breaking down the concession stand and cleaning things up. And they looked at me like, what the hell are you still doing here? Like, it's mad hours. The movie been over a long time ago, because I went for like a 10 o'clock showing. And man, I must have was tired, because I just kind of got off work and I went to see this thing. Man, I fell asleep in the fucking theater seeing this damn thing. So this is always, every time I pull this out, it kind of reminds me of that. And I kind of find it funny, because I was fucking stuck in the theaters. Wow, fucking seeing that damn thing. Demons. I love Angela. See Judy run. Run, Judy, run. See Judy run. Angela's having a party. Why don't you come? Demons 2. Angela's throwing another party. Plus, they're serving demons cake. Well, devil's food. Look, goddammit. I know you afraid.
I'm afraid too.
The Slumber Party Massacre. I love this shit.
I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here.
Everybody kind of grew up on this one right here. So it's like an ultimate
You'll have
to help me.
Now I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand?
Man. Okay. Sleepaway Camp. This girl had the creepiest look ever. I'm growing up on this too, watching this thing. Actually, I had it on DVD. I mean, yeah, on DVD, and then I had it on VHS. And this part now I have it as a combo pack because this comes with a DVD and VHS. I mean, DVD and Blu-ray. So it's like a double combo pack. Children of the Corn. Now inside of here I have Children of the Corns 1 through 3, 4, and all the rest of them inside here. But this is Children of the Corn 1. So what I did is to try to keep them all together. I just put all the rest of the Children of the Corn inside of here. And just made it one big gigantic Children of the Corn pack. So when I pull them out, I can really get into my Children of the Corn. You know what I mean? Alright, this is my Christmas edition. Usually I have this with Black Christmas. I have that in another vault too also. But Billy's Home. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Part 1. It's the scariest goddamn night of the year. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Garbage Day. Look, this motherfucker rocks. Look at that shit. That'll make a nice thumbnail. Look. I got a present for you. This shit's funny as shit. I love that shit. Also, another addition to also like the artwork on the back is pretty cool because it has that retro green like look. But the stuff, if you have it in your house, get rid of it. If you see it in stores, don't eat it. Are you eating it or it's eating you? The stuff. It's part of the Midnight Madness series. I had it also hooked up with well, I think I did a triple feature on this where I had it with Night of the Leapers, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, all together on one wheel. And then I did a second wheel because since it was so nice, everybody kind of loved it. I'm also on Facebook, so y'all guys check me out at Turf in the Basement Facebook. This is my second page. Gore, Popcorn, Gore, and Blood Cinema. So I love this pretty much wheel. It looks pretty cool too. Also, I'm sitting here organize it as we go along. Popcorn and Gore Cinema. Some of my Mill Creek's 50 packs too, also of classics. I got a lot of classics in here. I actually have another vault that contains a lot of them already inside, so it's pretty cool that I had a chance to collect them. I think I started off with these first before I started ordering from Shout Factory and Severn Films and Vinegar Syndrome and Blue Diamond. But I think I ordered from Alpha too a couple of times when these were available. But I think I started off on Mill Creek first. Alright, right over here is I call my Director's Cut, where I got the Addams Family Complete Series along with the Munsters Complete Series. So this is the finished version and for this particular shelf, the Addams Family and the Munsters, Seasons 1 and 2, along with Tales from the Dark Side.
Didn't know the truck was going to explode or what.
Some of my collections.
We didn't have any.
Right over here is my Dark Shadows collection.
And
this is collection 23. So in here, hot. Collection 23. This is one of my favorites too. Also, Angelique comes back on him.
and he said,
Oh, it's late.
why did we start so late? And I said, Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier,
We wouldn't be late
Johnny asked me
if I were afraid. Collection 22.
and I said, I'm
Barnabas and Julia, returned from the year 1795, and ended up being a host to other events such as Trash, but you have Victoria Collins in here, you have Beth, and just about everybody else. So I kind of just collected the hot series because I wasn't going to go ahead and get the whole big thing, but I decided to just grab just a few of them out of the collection.
And he grabbed me.
Collection 24.
And he ripped at me. He held me and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!
This guy's pretty much evil guy too also. So this is like the ultimate.
And then Johnny came and he ran and
He fought this man and got his ass whipped.
I got so afraid. I ran.
I remember when these were coming out too also, so I had grabbed a couple of those too, fan favorites. When Angelique and Barbara, this is like a synopsis of just about things that's going on in the back. And it's a compiled skit of various episodes from the seasons for Dark Debois fans of the genre. And they came back with a best of Barnabas.
We've got to go out and get him.
And they returned back to Collingwood when the governess Daphne Heritage and Mrs. Stoddard still owned the house, the original house. Brother's dead.
No, my brother is not dead.
Penny Dreadful and the Daughters of Darkness collection. And behind that, I think I have the thing for the Addams Family. So this bin is already pretty much already set up. That I had pretty much going on. Now we move over to the second bin. This bin shouldn't be here, but I'm gonna move that out anyway. I think I was trying to add them back to the collection. So we have Elvira House on Haunted Hills. Working on getting vampire stuff over here too. That's what I kind of wanted to get big pictures of Myra Nunnery. And another picture of Barbara Steele. I have all her movies pretty much. Castle Blair was my favorite. I'm a big fan of Edgar Allan Poe. And I love the script, and it was an excellent feature. The Ghosts.
This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments.
I think I ordered these from Alpha Video when they had the big set. So I just kind of ordered the whole box. Terror Creatures from the Grave. I ended up watching this like 13 or 14 times. Alternative Cinema, I'm sorry, is what I ordered these from. But Oldies has them too also, and I think it says it on the box. Yeah, Alpha Video. Yeah. But Terror Creatures from the Grave. You can't not be a fan of the Gothic series without incorporating Barbara Steele in your collection some way, somehow. She must be in your collection. It's a must-have. And also, the Blancheville Monster. I also love this too. Also, it's one of my favorites. I used to roll this for my Midnight Madness series and show it to some of my friends when they come over. I just compile a gigantic wheel of features and then just have everybody just sit down and just watch them, and then I introduce them to Barbara Steele and her works. And a lot of folks didn't even know who Barbara Steele was, you know, some of my other friends, because, you know, they weren't horror collectors and stuff like that. So I actually educated them on Hammer horror and this stuff from Paramount, because we all grew up on these things, monsters and stuff like that. So yeah, Nightmare Castle. Kill it! Kill us! Kill both of us! I love this shit. I also have a lot of the Universal stuff too also. And a kit all around here too also.
We repeat, the safest course of action at this time.
It's a nice good screenshot right there. I got so much of this stuff all around, it's crazy. I even got the other one too also, which is downstairs too also. I believe that has Bela Lugosi on the front cover of that. But this is like one of the ultimate editions when it comes to having Universal. And then actually this is supposed to be right there. So Barbara Steele's the She-Beast. All right, so that Universal Monster selection that I was telling y'all guys about. Some of the parts that was in that collection too. Also, I do have pretty much all of them. So it's like an ultimate. And then this is the one I was telling y'all about that I do have. The other one. They had Bela Lugosi on the front of it. So this is like a pretty much a good movie set type of deal, where they had all the Universal monsters together. And all it was, basically, they just kind of repackaged it and just put it into another thing. So I was thinking it was something totally different. That's why I bought it. Kind of found out it was only just a different box. It wasn't even really nothing else totally different. Just a different method of packaging. So I guess I fell for that little stunt that they pulled. Pretty much a marketing technique. So I'm a huge Bela Lugosi fan anyway. So astrologer's place.
You didn't hear the racket we made out there. How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew. That girl was screaming.
Sure, you know the girl is streaming. Sounds like.
Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody that needed help.
Okay, now you tell me.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward. And you wouldn't come up and help. Well, if there were more, the racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on? Now wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say
So
the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice.
Wolfman, I think I watched twice.
Now you tell me.
But my major one that I really started that got me into Universal was
We like it was a safe place, and you're telling us we gotta risk our lives just
What was
because
it?
somebody might need help, huh?
well, Dracula, of course. But my favorite one was House of Horror.
We came up, okay.
And it was a classic movie. It came out years ago. But I don't know if it was part of Universal, but it was a nice, good joint. And then I think they did a remake of this film and added it to the box and added John Carradine as Dracula.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood? His wife and kids downstairs. Kids hurt. Well, I still think we're better.
So this will be a segment 1.
Could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper. With all of us working, we
Popcorn and Gore Cinema, guys.
have everything
Thanks for watching.
up here.